What's up, YouTube? This is MWPerry 2009, aka SexyDreamPirate. I'm here with my co-host, Riley Elaine, team mascot for Team Ascension. It's March 4th, and we've got a whopping 11 days till Dragonstrike drops. We've got preview cards coming out all over the place, and it's been a while since my last preview video. I jumped onto the Kaijudo Wicca and saw that I had about, 7 or 8 cards to go through, and I figured I'd get on it. But anyways, starting with, I'm going to go ahead and kick this off, and of course, I'm very excited about this new water dragon, the new Tsunami Dragon that's just been previewed for water, but its name is, I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong, but I think it's Issel of the Frozen Wastes. Now, like I said, this card is a Tsunami Dragon, and it's super rare. 8 for 11,000. That's huge for water. I mean, practically unheard of. I can't think of the... I don't even know off the top of my head what the biggest water card is currently, because water isn't known for being big. Actually, it's probably King Tsunami, but 8 for 11,000 is huge for any Civ, much less water. So that's awesome. Water needed a beat stick for, anybody who's trying to play an aggro with, some water power. Water and beat stick don't really go together, but Issel of the Frozen Waste is going to be really good, filling up that little niche in a deck if anybody's trying to run aggro water. But anyways, the main reason I'm so pumped about this card is its effect. It's called Arctic Winds. Basically, it says while this creature is tapped, enemy creatures don't untap at the start of your opponent's turn. This is the most massive. The restrict on this card could very easily be compared with Infernus. Infernus's restrict, keeps them from coming into the battle zone, but this, I'm very excited. I want to see somebody put this card in a deck and run it well. I want to see, exactly what this card can do. To me, it's very exciting. It's definitely got some playability. It's the cheapest of all of the super rare dragons, so that's got a bonus. I'm just straight up, I'm excited about this card. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next one though. Moving to my favorite Civ, the super rare Terror Dragon, the super rare Darkness Dragon, Dragonstrike of the Abyss. Love the name. The card art is even more wicked. But he's 9 for 12,000, so biggest body in darkness we've got, even bigger than Tekimura. Triple Breaker, which is mind-blowing. Triple Breaker is huge. People are gonna start crying when you're dropping these dragons. And his effect, Dominate the Dead. When this creature enters the battle zone, choose up to 2 non-Evo creatures in your discard pile that are level 4 or less. Put them into the battle zone. So basically, it's Return to the Soil ×2 with a giant, scary body that your opponent has to deal with. Chump blocking is only going to buy them so much time. So, Dragonstrike of the Abyss, I'm really excited to see somebody play this. It's one of those cards that it's gonna be able to turn the game around. If you get up to 9 mana and you drop this, you could put the blockers back on the field. You could, bring in a couple fumes. You could bring in some Evo bait and just get ready to, in the game pretty much. So, I'm pretty pumped about Dragonstrike as well. I don't know if I'll be running Dragonstrike in my mono dark. He's kind of clunky for my taste, but anybody running ramp and running a darkness section, Dragonstrike of the Abyss, could be kind of fun. It's definitely got a lot of momentum shift to it. So it's exciting stuff for this new set. But moving on to a light celestial dragon, Lyra the Blazing Sun. 6 for 6,000, double breaker. So not, not really what I'd call amazing, especially for the light civ. I don't know why, but they didn't give the light civ a whole lot of beatdown. Everybody else got beat down, but I mean, let's see. Water is 8 for 11,000 with Issel of the Frozen Wastes, and I believe Andromeda of the Citadel is 9 for 11,500. So light kind of missed some beatdown in this set. But anyways, Lyra the Blazing Sun, 6 for 6,000 Double Breaker, and its effect is called Solar Flare. Mascot's grumpy. When this creature enters the battle zone, tap target enemy creature. That creature doesn't untap at the start of your opponent's next turn. Now the effect, although, he's not necessarily very big, especially for the light civ, the effect is very good. Makes it, very playable. If they drop a threat, that mid-game, turn 6, turn 5, if they drop a threat, you can follow it up with Lyra the Blazing Sun and buy yourself time to dig for the cards you need to deal with it, or just, whatever you got to do. So I definitely see some playability with Lyra the Blazing Sun. Honestly, probably a little bit more so than Andromeda of the Citadel. I like Andromeda, but he's so expensive. You pretty much got to be running nature if you're going to be running these dragons. Lyra the Blazing Sun, on the other hand, is what I believe to be more playable. So, like I said, everything that I can say right now is just speculation. I'm looking forward to seeing the decks that people put together, in a whopping 11 days. So exciting. Alright, anyway, moving on to the next card. Bottle of Wishes. Now this card, it kind of blew my mind. Not as much as the Water Firebird did, but Bottle of Wishes did kind of, blow my mind. Threw me for a loop, if you would. It's a water spell, costs 5, has the Shield Blast mechanic, can't go wrong there. And its effect, basically, you shuffle your deck, you reveal the top card. If it's a non-evolution creature, put it into the battle zone. If it's a spell that's level 7 or less, cast it for free. Otherwise, put it into your hand. Okay, so basically, the only thing that you can't do with this card is play Skull Shatter on turn 5. There's a ton of, let's see, yeah, if it's level 7 or less, so, you could get a Terror Pit off of it, or, you could get a Cyber Sprite. It's one of those cards that I think is really going to come down to deck construction. I think if you're running a really heavy dragon lineup and you're wanting to find a way to cheat them in soon, and you're not really wanting to run Herald of Infernus, I think that this card could be what you're looking for. Like I said, it's a gamble. You're basically, playing slots every time, because you could get the card you want. You could manage to cheat in a Kurigar of the Hordes, or you could just, have spent 5 mana to play a Cyber Sprite. But, either way, it's got some, I don't know, I would say it's got some playability, but it's very situational. It's Return from Beyond kind of fits in this niche as well. It's definitely got some playability as long as you've got the right setup. If you don't, not so much. But either way, Bottle of Wishes, I'm looking forward to seeing somebody play this as well. I want to see somebody cheat in a Kurigar with Bottle of Wishes. Cheat in a Kurigar or Infernus. Anyway, moving on to the one that really blew my mind, Nyx, the Water Civilization Firebird. Now, if that's not a walking contradiction. Anyways, cost 3, power is 1,000, so, he's a little guy. But the effect, Dragon Song, of course, dragons cost 1 less mana to summon, and Issel's Envoy. Whenever you put a dragon into the battle zone, you may draw a card. So, somewhat unnecessary. You never know. You could be... By the time you're getting a dragon in, it's late game. Or, maybe you got lucky and cheated one in kind of mid-game. But either way, I figure anybody who's running dragons is going to be running water already. They're going to be running the they're going to be running logos, you know, cards such as that. So I don't see a whole lot of need for Nyx. I don't know if he's going to be getting much play. The card art's pretty cool, but I don't really see a whole lot of need for it. Next card, Dreadclaw, Dark Herald. Another Darkness Terror Dragon, 7 for 7,000. So pretty decent power for the Darkness Civ. Double Breaker, can't go wrong there. And his effect, Knight of the Dragons. When this creature enters the battle zone, return all dragons from your discard pile to your hand. So basically, it's a mass recursion card. And you know, if you're playing a heavy dragon lineup, your opponent's going to be trying to get rid of them via, you know, Terror Pit and or, you know, Razor Kinder Puppet, which is actually probably going to be what I turn to deal with these big dragons. I'm probably going to be, you know, putting in a couple Razor Kinder Puppets just so I can get them out of the hand so I don't have to worry about them. So, for people playing against me, Dreadclaw Dark Herald might, you know, may put in some major work, but for the most part, I don't see a lot of people jumping for this card. He's really expensive, and, you know, for something that expensive, I think that, you know, I think that people are going to be turning towards other options, you know. So, just for that reason, I don't think Dreadclaw is going to see a whole lot of play. I could be wrong, you know. But, overall, I think that of course, it is the super rare, but Dracothane is probably the best, you know, Darkness Dragon that we got, of course, and, you know, Dreadclaw is kind of just, it's a Darkness Terror Dragon. I like the card art, but I'm not really too excited. It's not going to be playable for me. For those of you who are going to be running a really heavy dragon lineup, you know, like I said, the only way that people are going to have to deal with them is banish or discard. You know, people probably be playing Return to Soil as well, but there's a lot more banish options than there are mana zone options. So for that reason, if you're playing a heavy dragon lineup, you may want to tech in a single copy of Dreadclaw just in case. You never know. But yeah, I believe that's it for the dragons. Now, go ahead and hit on the Darkness Firebird. Probably going to pronounce this one wrong as well. This set is just loving to make fun of me. But I believe it's Umbra. It's the Darkness Firebird. Tap 2 for 1,000. Of course, all Firebirds have it. Dragon Song. Dragons cost 1 less mana. And Dracothane's Envoy. Basically, all your dragons have Slayer. I think it's a kind of unnecessary effect. There's not very many dragons that are swinging very small. You know, maybe, I don't know. Maybe if you played like a, maybe if you played a Fire Dark deck or a Fire Dark X Rushy kind of thing, you might run it to try and keep your tap 5 dragons safe. But for the most part, I think Umbra, the Darkness Firebird, is a little bit unnecessary. But, you know, it is cool that every Civ did indeed get a Firebird. I think by far the most useful is Lux. I think that Lux is gonna, you know, Lux is gonna be the main reason people are keeping Screeching Scared Orbital around. Lux is gonna see a lot of play. But, Umbra, Darkness Firebird, you know, not so special. Neither is Nyx, but hey, they can all be winners. I think that's it for that page. Got 2 more cards to go over. Now these 2 I'm actually pretty excited about, because I do have a Fire Nature Rush that I kind of piddle around with. It's not my most competitive deck by far. It's just something that's kind of fun to play. It's kind of fun to pick up and, you know, play against people who have a little bit less money invested in the cards is what I do. You know, gives them a better chance. But these are some cards that I'm really excited to play. I'm really excited to try to put in that Fire Nature Rush deck. Ragefire Syrian. He's a fire beastkin armor dragon, of course, 5 for 5,000 plus. Now his effect is called Wreak Havoc. While you have no cards in your hand, this creature has powerful attack 3,000 and double breaker. So the powerful attack, will be nice in case they're running. Let's see. I don't think that there's a water blocker that's larger than King Tsunami. I don't think there's a water blocker that's larger than that, and I think King Tsunami's at 9,000, but nobody plays that card. For the most part, water is blocking, their biggest blockers are 4 and 5,000. Now, light does have some really big cards, but powerful attacker isn't really going to save you there, because they'll just wait until you swing and then hit you on their turn. So the powerful attacker is okay, not really necessary, but it could come in handy. And, of course, double breaker, always good. Now, the thing that I'm most excited about for the, what makes Rage Firecat Syrian, attractive for at least my rush, is going to be Dauntless Tester. Of course, Nature Civilization Tusker, he's 3 for 2,000 plus, so 3 for 2,000, so he's around Stonosaur area. Stonosaur's got powerful attack 2,000, I believe, along with his, but Dauntless Tusker's effect is called Dragonic, which I thought, as a D&D nerd, I thought it should be Draconic, but Dragonic Might. While you have a dragon in the battle zone, this creature gets plus 4,000 power, not powerful attack, power, and has double breaker. So for 3, you can summon him in on turn 4, he's ready to swing on turn 5, you can play the Rage Fire on turn 5, and, there you are, you've paid 3, and you've got a massive body. You only put 1 card into it, really. So, it's not like playing Laser Arm Dracon or something like that, where you basically used 2 cards of your very small hand to get a big creature out. You've only used 1 card. Of course they're going to target the Rage Firecat Syrian to, try and get your Dauntless Tusker back down to size, but until then, until these cards come out and I actually get to test them, all I can do is speculate, and I'm pretty pumped about Rage Firecat Syrian and Dauntless Tusker being played together in the same deck. By the way, Rage Fire has the most wicked card art I think I've seen out of any of the Kaijudo cards so far. So it's wicked. But yeah, that's pretty much for all of the cards that have been released while I was taking my little break. Before I end this video, I want to take a second and give a quick shout out to ProphecyTCG. His name's Jeff. He's from down in Tennessee. He's a really cool dude. Puts up some good content. Nice guy. I'm gonna leave his link below. You guys need to subscribe to him. He's fairly new. He's just starting to put up some Kaijudo content, I believe. So go ahead, subscribe, support. He's a really cool dude. I think you'll like what he has to say, what he has to put up. And also, a quick tournament report. Let's see. I don't quite know. Was Friday, March the 1st? I think so. Maybe.
Yeah, Friday was the 1st.
Yeah. Friday, March 1st, I went to locals. Chaos did not come with me, had to work, but I went ahead and donated some 2-player battle boxes, some packs, some singles, and other things. And we ran a free tournament pretty much out of everything that I donated. Now, for this free tournament, there were 7 other players there besides myself. I didn't compete, I ran it. But there were 7 other players. 4 of them were new. 4 of them were Vanguard Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic guys, so they jumped into it pretty quick. Pretty competitive. So, it's the game is definitely growing in the Evansville area. We've got a lot of people who are really excited about the Dragonstrike release event that we are going to be holding at Comic Quest. If we can get enough people, we'd really like to do a sealed draft. So if you guys are in the Evansville, Indiana area on, March 15th or 16th, let us know. We would love to see you there. We'd love to get some more competitive players in. But I think that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. Boo Boo's been pretty good for it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and hand her off to Mom. And until then, y'all keep playing, like, comment, subscribe.